As we all know, guys, Apex has joined in on the mobile action, and we can't help but compare it to COD Mobile. In terms of similarities, we can see that these games have both multiplayer and battle royale game modes, and they also both support first person and third person view. Another similarity we can see is in the health system, where both games have your HP separate from your armor health, and you also have different types of healing items to replenish them both. We really start to see that these games are actually similar when we start to look at things like special abilities. In COD Mobile, these are known as classes, where each class gives you a main and a passive ability. And in Apex, you basically have characters, or should I say legends, that have their innate or built-in abilities. We also see that some of these abilities from both games are very similar. For example, we have the Ninja class in COD Mobile that can be compared to the Pathfinder legend in Apex because of the grappling hook ability. We also have the Lifeline legend from Apex that acts as the medic class in COD Mobile, and the ability here is being able to heal yourself and your teammates. There's also the Bloodhound legend with the eye ability that quickly scouts the immediate area for enemies, just like that of the Scout class in COD Mobile. In COD Mobile, we should be very familiar with the Cluster Strike from the Spotter class and the Smoke Screen from the Smoke Bomber class, but in Apex Legends, we see both these abilities in one legend, and that is the Bangalore legend. It's crazy that this legend has both of these abilities at her disposal. And we're not done yet, because we haven't even talked about the Mirage legend that spawns decoys just like that of the Trickster class in COD Mobile. However, I feel like the Mirage is definitely a step up from Trickster, because these decoys actually mimic the movement of the player, and this will definitely make it a lot harder to spot the real enemy. And I almost forgot about the comparison between the Wraith legend and the Poltergeist, where the ability here is to disappear. It doesn't really look similar on the player view, however, on the opponent view or the enemy view, you can see what I'm talking about. Right now in Apex Legends Mobile, only a few legends are actually available for use, and I can imagine that when more are released that they will share similar abilities to the classes in COD Mobile. Even though these games have a lot in common, they are also very different at the same time. I think that the biggest difference between Apex Legends Mobile and Call of Duty Mobile, or any other battle royale game for that matter, is that Apex only allows up to 3 people to a squad, unlike the 4-man squad we're accustomed to in COD Mobile. In terms of the scenery or the look of the maps, we can see where these games look totally different from each other, where Apex has more of a futuristic vibe to it, and Call of Duty Mobile would have more of a realistic look to it. That is with, of course, the exception of the aero platform. And I think it's safe to say the same about the weapons that are used in both games. As I said, Apex is more futuristic, so we're gonna see charged rifles, energy guns, all that type of stuff. And in COD Mobile, we'd have more realistic weapons like guns that we actually have here in real life. We mentioned the health system earlier as a similarity, but there's also a major difference lying in there, and that is the fact that in COD Mobile, you're able to move around freely while healing. You can run, you can jump, you can slide, you can do all that stuff except with the kinetic. But in Apex Legends, it's a whole different story. You're not able to move around very freely. Your mobility is very limited until you finish popping that heal off. So we can see where that would affect both the play styles of each game. And on the topic of health, I believe the time to kill is very different in both these games, where in Apex Legends, it'll take a lot more firepower to kill or knock an enemy than it would take for you to kill or knock someone in COD Mobile. Another major difference that I want to mention is that so far in Apex Legends Mobile, there are no vehicles. And I said so far because I've played the console version of Apex, and I actually stumbled across this hovercraft vehicle thing. So yeah, it would seem as if they just haven't added it in yet. I don't know when or if this vehicle will come, but for right now, we just have to walk everywhere. Well, aside from this train, I guess. But in COD Mobile, guys, that is not the case. When it comes to transportation, we have helicopters, bikes, cars, trucks, you name it. So yeah, transportation is definitely a major difference between these two games. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. That was my comparison on these two amazing games. Hopefully I didn't miss anything, but if I did, be sure to drop it in the comments, guys. And remember the big question, will it be Apex Legends Mobile or will it be Call of Duty Mobile? Comment down below.